Ça va se vivre. Jour numéro 1 on tour avec Ultra Vomit, head of distribution and merch. Andreas will be working. I will be working with him. I will be his right hand, selling tons of merch this weekend with Ultra Vomit. It's gonna be fun. And this is the nightliner. I'm gonna show you later the creep.
Dites-lui que je pense à elle quand on me parle de Magnolia.
Il commence à dire merde. C'est si mal à toi. Tu pas, bordel. Tu originaire. Non, tu remarques rien. Qu'est-ce que non? Comment ça? Tu remarques rien là?
Masterclass of France masterclass for 3 days. I'm gonna be a pro after this weekend.
Là t'as repris à 7?
Ouais, t'es obligé.
Ah ouais, mais je veux dire là t'as repris là.
Ah, tu reprends à zéro?
En fait,
Ouais,
si
ça
tu meurs,
m'énerve,
si tu
ça.
meurs. Il y a un mec qui est mort au bout de 300 et quelques.
Le petit déjeuner français. Très bien.
Oui, ils sont montés dedans.
And
Mais.
check guys, the best. This is the best backstage, let's say. It's my dream house because it's everything like rustic, as you can see. But check, my dream house. I always dreamed about a house with this, the chill out zone. You know, because here the sun comes in, you read a book, you work from this desk with all these views. Projecting my dream house right now.
Ça va être ouvert sur le côté.
The buttons. The guy of the buttons, the guy in the lights, merch. The merch captain. And today it's gonna be open air. Now the sun is shining, but I'm pretty sure when the sun goes out, I'm gonna be freezing in the merch. Let's see. Set up. Set up. Cette rue.
Tu le mets dessus ou?
We have everything ready. I'm gonna eat something, and yeah, we're selling a lot of merch, guys. We're selling a lot of merch, and I'm gonna eat in this place.
I don't see where.
All right, guys, check this beauty. I don't know if you're aware, but all right, guys, we are right now in the merch store of Ultra Vomit, Ultra Putain de Vomit, and these guys are a pro guys of selling merch. So check out Le Capitán Andreas and Le Capitán Remy. Check. Beautiful. Transformez votre argent en notre argent. We transform your money into our money. Brutal. I will do a complete check-in. I will do a complete tour inside of the store. You will see. Comment il s'appelle? Léopold. Okay. Léopold. Léopold, c'est fan de Cruising. Okay. Let's sign the t-shirt.
Or when do you want me to sign? All right. Where are you from? Belgium. Belgium. Let's go to Belgium. Let's go. Look guys, even when they did the first album, they were original as hell. Look, this is the background. And this is like a story. I never see this before. I never saw this before.
C'est bon, roule doucement, roule doucement.
Big venue.
C'est génial la rumeur, j'adore. C'est ça, on a la preuve.
Okay. Venue today. I would say it's a small venue. Very small. All right, we arrived to the venue in Lyon. It's a very, very, very small venue, as you can see. Motherfucker. Ça va, c'est Bibi, nouvel jour, new day. Today we are in Lyon. I don't know, Tony Hall is the name of this venue, but look, it's so fucking big, so fucking huge. And it's very, very old venue where a lot of stuff happened here. I think it's from 120 something, 1914. And check, it never ends, it never ends. Yesterday was a really awesome show in Durbuy Festival. It's a Belgian festival, and I have to say that these festivals, they start with a promoter that is passionate about metal and music. I was speaking with him, and yeah, the festival grows year by year, and these festivals are built through human connection, passion, you know, and most of the festivals that you see out there, it's just passionate people that is doing festivals, and they want to meet new bands, new passionate bands, and they want to share and give opportunities to new bands. So, sorry. So, I suggest that when you are playing, don't just stay, you know, hidden in the backstage, but come out there to meet the promoters, the organization, the fans, of course, because this will open you much more new doors, you know. This is my advice. Also, I'm living it these days, and it's something that I see some bands, they don't like to come out, you know, it's like they're shy or whatever, but this is closing you doors. Well, not closing, but you're not allowing new doors to open, you know. It's just, in the end, these people want to work with nice people, nice human beings, and if you're a nice human being, I hope so that you are. It's just about, you know, having this human connection with people, sharing passion, sharing music, and in the end, it's not just about the numbers or you know, mostly it's a human factor. Of course, if you have good numbers, this will even give you much more weight on negotiate a better fee, a better deal. But in the end, people want to help other people that they like, you know. So keep that in mind, because I think it's key, especially if you are shy or you don't like to talk with people. Man, it's just, the more you will do it, the more you will get used to it, and the more it will be easy and fun to do. It has to become like a fun process. If you are struggling with this, you should try to find the enjoyment of this. Make the hard things easy. This is the game, you know. I was not also a shy. I was I was a shy guy, you know. Back in the day, I was very shy. I couldn't do this like talking to a camera or stuff like this. But in the end, you just put yourself in some uncomfortable situations, and then that's all, man. That's all that you have to do, and you will get better and better, and you will find more peace into doing that, more confidence, and you build up and up and up. You don't grow from one day to another, but over a period of a process of repeating these actions that you know that you have to do them, you know. So if you know that you have to do these things, don't be shy and just do it. Just if you find the opportunity of talking to somebody that you don't know and you feel like, oh, but I don't want to bother him, man, we are all here for the same thing, you know. We are here for music, and as long as you see a connection with that person that you can have in common, let's go for it, man. And nobody is gonna be pissed if you are a nice guy and you just open up a conversation, okay? That's my 5 cents. Merch. Merch. POV.
Les galops.
Les galops.
Ouais, c'est au début. Mais tant qu'on est assis, ça va.
Oh, quoi?
As we are
It's
on
good.
the chair, it's
The
okay.
chair, yeah.
As soon as we are up,
Okay, evaluation of your right hand picking. Let's go.
Yep.
This is an exam. Test.
Sont indissociables des apéritifs hispaniques. Alors, goûtons ensemble ces petites pommes de terre frites épicées que l'on appelle les patatas bravas.
non. C'est vite, hein.
Les galops.
Yeah.
We approve Locos. Locos approve.
Just check if this one is working.
You ready?
I'm not ready.
The story is ready. Are you ready or not? Yeah. Let's go! Let me film the cube. Yes. Crazy clients. Okay, I hope that you know what you want. Let's go. Wow. What a store. What a store. Beautiful. 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 Can be beautiful.
It has to look like a pharmacy.
Like a what?
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
I don't know.
Like a medicine.
Yeah, you know when you go in pharmacy, every box it's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So beautiful.
It's
I'm
true.
fascinated by pharmacy.
That's perfection mode. God.
Yeah.
Perfection. Crazy. Good. Very good job, Andreas. Very good job. And like le château de la tasse.
Derrière la grille, on a réussi à les mettre.
Supporter. Yes.
Comment on fait les doigts de métal? Non décrover vers le ciel, non reculer vers le ciel. Le pont serait en selle sur les nageurs et l'annulaire. Les doigts de métal dans les airs. Non décrover vers le ciel, non reculer vers le ciel. Tout le monde sort, tout le monde chante, tout le monde danse. Avec le cœur
C'est bon, merci.
Ça, c'est pas un truc de pédale.
Yo, good morning. We are just getting back home. I'm the only one awakened, drinking coffee and working and drinking some orange. I just wanted to make a conclusion video because I think it's very important and I forgot to do it yesterday. We ended up selling so much merch, working so much, and I think I had a point of inflection of realization, you know, with this band, Ultra Vomit, because I was selling a part of the job I was doing this weekend. I was helping them sell their merch, and because they are now running a team of 9 people, and they need people also leading the store, you know, like man, like a fucking Bershka, you know. That's so. Fuck, man. One of the things I realized is selling his merch and seeing all the products that they have is, since the first day, the day one of this band, they were so unique. I was telling this the other day here in the bus with Nicolas, the singer. From the very first day of the band, they were a rare band, a weird band, an atypical band. They had this album called Mr. Patat. I think I filmed it the first day. And man, you see the cover and the concept, you know, and it's not normal. It's not what you used to see, you know, because this band, you know, he started playing death metal in the style of Dying Fetus and all this. But in the end, I don't know if there is a lot of sun, but in the end, I never saw a death metal band where the cover art is a potato, and it's called Mr. Patat, Mr. Potato, and the back cover, it's just a story, like a Britain story, like a primary school, like when you put your, like a kindergarten tail, you know, tape. So from the very first day, you know, what I see from this band is that they didn't give a single fuck of what would people think about, you know, what if it's not death metal enough. Think about this. I just want you, because probably if you're watching this, you want to explore what it is to be a big band and a band that is doing stuff like Ultra Vomit is doing. And maybe you will face this moment with your music, when you're doing music, like that some thoughts are crossing your mind, like, okay, but what would people from this genre, like death metal, black metal, thrash metal, no, I don't care. You will think like what they would say, you know, because it's not similar as these bands, these reference bands like Mayhem or Metallica or I don't know, Cannibal Corpse. So you will start to think like, am I doing something correct? Because like if there is something correct or not correct, you know. And this band, what I see from the very first day is that all they did, it was out of the way, very out of the way, in a way that most of us and you would say, no, this is not it, this is not correct. This is not following the correct guidance, the correct codes of the genre, so it's not useful. We cannot do a cover artwork like this, you know? We cannot talk about this in a song. So check, because I think this is something that you have to, it makes you think, you know, it makes you think like, this band stayed so true to their artistic vision, even if it was unfamiliar. But look, 6,000 people yesterday in Lyon. They sold an amount of merch that I'm not gonna say in this video, but it's an amount of merch I never saw selling from a band. I was selling, the merch store was running all the time. Only the moment that it stopped to sell, it was when they started the show, but then in the middle of the show, they continued selling. So, and it never stopped. Since the moment that we started, there was a queue of people, and in the moment that we finished, there was still people, you know? So, this makes you think the level of compromise, the level of commitment that their fans have with this band. That's something to think about when you're, because in the end, as I tell in my videos in the Extreme Metal Business podcast, everything is about the seat, you know. I don't have a pick. Everything is about the seat, the idea behind before the song. And what I see from this band is that this seat is always on point, even if maybe the design is not super crazily well done. Maybe the merch designs sometimes are not the best beautiful way that a designer could do it, you know, in a more, but it works because the idea is great, you know, and people get it, you know. So this is what I see. Everything that they do, Ultramid, is well thought, you know. The stage preparation, they have a cinema, you know. They start the show like it's a cinema, you know. I didn't film it this, but you have it in another video that I filmed from a blog of a show that they did in Nantes, and they start the show like a fucking cinema. So there is a concept, and in between songs there is some songs that they start like a movie. So everything is well carefully thought, because the guys are crazy. I have a lot of fun being with them and being around with them, because it's very inspiring, you know. But the thing that really stands out for me, really, if I have to say one thing that stands out and that I connected this, because I saw the end point, which was yesterday selling merch like I was fucking Bershka, to the first piece of music that they released, because I had it on my hand and I could check the inside of the vinyl and everything, and I saw like, fuck, this is outstanding. Even that I would never do something like this, at least it's shocking to my eyes, you know. The Mr. Patat, I think that broke every pattern in my brain, like what is correct and what is not correct in the codes that you're trying to do, because metal is so limited sometimes. So these boxes, you know, of this is death metal, this is death thrash, this is death technical, this is black progressive, blah 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 blah, and it's so boring. And this band never fit in any of these boxes. So I'm happy to be surrounded by this and seeing how much the level of success they had, you know, because I really know the guys and I see that they are hardworking, but also they are very, very true to their thing. So the next time that you're doing your music, bro, think about this band, check their discography and check how weird they are. And then once you have a weird idea crossing to your mind to do your own music, think about this. Maybe it's not weird enough. Maybe it's too in the average level. Maybe we can do it even more weird. But this is where lacks, you know, 90% of my students, that they don't put enough attention on how I stand out, how I strategically do something that differentiates the differentiation factor. What is the thing that makes me different, you know, from another band, like that is death metal band or whatever. This is the D factor, you know. This is where you try to find a gap in the market that nobody's feeling but you, with your unique proposal, you know. And with this you need to also dress it with the unique artistic identity, you know, know, and visual identity. And working this is, for me, it has been a passion all these 18 years with my band Crisis. But also I find so much joy pushing bands to understand these concepts, you know. At my training program, Extreme Metal Business, where I work with bands on how to strategically position their product, their music in the industry, in the music industry, not just for fans, but also for promoters, labels, how you can perceive, how all these people can perceive more value for your next release. It's not just about making better songs, it's also about how you market those songs in the market, how you place them in the market, you know. And if you are struggling as well with this and having direction, because it's like putting in the same mind the label manager mind, the label manager mind, the artistic mind, the little kid playing in the play school, and also the producer, you know. It's like having a little bit the long-term view on what you're doing, and that's something that I see some bands are lacking, you know. And having this equilibrium is what makes you not be a super artistic guy that it's not selling a shit, or maybe too much focus on the business but not tapping into your artistic view, and you're just an Excel file in your head, you know. So if you're struggling with this, you can send me a DM at BB Plaza on my Instagram, and I will. There's some bands that ask me for consultation for consultancy for their next release, for their upcoming album, or how to improve their strategy and everything. So I love to do this work, so send me a DM at BB Plaza and I will try to guide you as much as I can. I hope this inspires you. Thanks for following me in Le Toulouse to Tolomit. I showed you the other day, the first day, it was more cleaner, so I'm not gonna show it again. And I'm going back so home, edit this video for you guys, and you will love it. But man, you learn a lot. When you surround with people like this, you learn a lot. So I also encourage you that you surround with people that are top musicians. I know it's hard, but I'm pretty sure that you have musicians that are more higher than you, and they can inspire you. So get surrounded with the correct influences, so you new ideas, new ways are opening in your brain, in your mind. Okay? Cheers guys, thank you for following.